Hey everyone, I'm Tech and welcome back to another brand new video. Now, last week we took a look at the NOBLE M400, which you'll see on your screens now. However, there is another, and it is this, the NOBLE M600, manufactured in 2010, just 4 years after the M400. Now, in terms of stats, this thing has 650 horsepower, 604 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 2,750 pounds. Although, to be fair, it's not too bad, but it's still very heavy. This thing also has an interesting displacement, if we look on screen, of 4.44. It's a lot of fours. So here is the NOBLE M600. It's actually a pretty nice looking little car. And if you remember rightly, this thing was also available back in Forza Horizon 4, but this time I believe it used to be available from the auto show, as well this one is currently a Series 5 Winter Playlist exclusive. The inside doesn't look much different to the M400, and I do like the bits they've done on the dials, although that was present again also in the M400. However, let's go ahead and take a listen to this thing stock, and then we're going to go and take a look at what we can do to it. So here we are now with the custom upgrades, and honestly this thing sounded pretty good. But let's see what we can do to make it sound even better, because we have options for conversion. We've got engine swaps available to us. We have 3. We've got a 6.5 litre V12. I think we all know exactly where that's from, so we're definitely going to come back to that. Words not working with me tonight. We've got a racing 7.2 litre V8, and we have a racing V12. So some very interesting engines to choose from, but I think this is going to be the one that we'll go with in a bit. But first, we're going to stick with the stock engine and go and see what this thing can do as an S1 road race build. Road race builder. Forgot to add a word in. Anyway, while we're here, let's go ahead and look at the aero and appearance. We've got a Forza splitter, and we also have probably, a Forza wing. Okay, question for the comments, does anybody actually like the Forza wing? And just like the M400, this thing starts out stock on sport tyres. So we're just going to go and bump it up a little. So something else I've noticed while upgrading this, apparently it has a twin turbo. And there we are, S1899 with 716 horsepower, and it's a little heavier. Oops. To give it a fair chance, this thing is going up against the same track the M400 went along, and my god, that Land Rover had quite the launch. Anyway, we're in S1 at nearly 900. But we're racing against all British cars because the Noble apparently is also a British car. I learned that while I was busy setting up this race. So let's go and see what this thing can do. Completely forgot about some of the stuff that I had turned on or off because of a previous recording I was doing. But we don't know which place this car is in, so this is going to get real interesting. It's going to be a bit of a guessing game, but I'm going to hazard a guess and say we're probably... Ouch, after that second. Wasn't planned, but I'm going to guess that's probably where we're in, and by the looks of the minimap, we should be about right. I should do this. Let me know in the comments if you want me to try and get a race with a whole bunch of people where nobody knows what place each other is, apart from first. Oh my god, that's actually a really interesting idea, I might do that. So I'm assuming, because I've raced this track before, that we're coming up to the last little bit. In fact, yes we are. We've got a couple of cars behind us, but they're actually quite a fair ways away this time. And if you go through here, I hope this is a first, because if not, something has gone horribly wrong. Aside from me messing up my settings. Okay. I think that might have been a second quicker than the M400 too. If somebody wants to go back and check that, please feel free to do so. And now, time to do something that I think every Brit's probably going to crucify me for, but we're about to make this thing a drag build. So, this is going to get interesting. So here we are now at the drag strip with our M600 and 1,500 and something brake horsepower. Let's go ahead and launch it off the line and go and see what we can get through the camera. Now, the one that we had previously, the M400, was actually pretty good with a whopping at 230 something. Can this thing beat it? No, it can't actually. That's kind of surprising. I honestly kind of really thought it would. Okay, let's see what it does out on the road. Now, because I forgot to mention earlier, here is what some of the paints are. Oh, there's a lot. There's this too, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. That is a lot of paints. Also, what kind of colour is that? It looks horrible. Okay, so here we are now at the edge of the motorway with our 1,500 brake horsepower and this time full racing slick tyres. Let's go and see what speed we get out of this thing. It is 276 going out of the speed zone, but what's it going to be when we get to the downhill? Let's go find out. And so, here we are at the downhill. We're going down at 280, 281, 282, 283. That's about it. Okay then. 283 miles an hour. That is seriously fast. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised as well at how good this thing is in terms of handling. It's definitely something. Well, it's something. That's about. That's the only way I can put it, really. Right, I'm going to go and throw a setup on this thing, and then we're going to go and take it drifting. So here we are now coming up to our favourite drift zone. We get 2 attempts at this, like usual. I've made this thing rear-wheel drive on its stock engine, just because I'm actually kind of intrigued as to what kind of points this thing would fall in. So usually we go all-wheel drive, but I thought for this one we'll try something different, and that worked out at 31,000 points in the first run. So let's go ahead and give it a second run using the same thing, and go and see what happens. I think this thing might need a third run, because I messed up that part horribly. Yep. Even my console thought I did badly at that one. But that was still 30,000, so not too bad, but definitely could be better. So, with attempt number 3 at this, completely ignoring what I said at the start about our cars getting just 2 attempts at this, here we go. Do we do any better? Oh, we do much better. 36,000 points. Okay, I'm impressed. And so I had one final question about this M600, and that was how fast would it go on its stock engine. So I've done a little bit of adjustment, upgrading, and put this thing, well, actually no, I've kept it rear-wheel drive. I'm so used to saying I've put it back into rear-wheel drive because conversions and whatnot, what we usually do, but let's go and see what this thing will do with its stock engine. I don't think it's going to be what we did with the V12, but we'll go find out. We'll just go find out. So going back into the downhill, we have got 269 through the camera, which is very nice indeed, down to 271 I did see for a minute, and then we just took out every single lamppost on the planet. So 271 was the top speed of this thing with its stock engine, which honestly really isn't too bad for 900 something horsepower. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video, so thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. And yeah, leave a like if you like it, subscribe if you're new, feel free to go ahead and share the video because it helps out an absolute ton, and feel free to go ahead and leave a comment. I love to read them, I try to reply to as many as I possibly can. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Tech out. And nailed the entry. No, I didn't. Oh god, that went wrong.